Oh man, I hope we can get everybody back in. Everybody coming back in? Yeah, sorry about that. Somebody shared, and when they shared, I actually clicked on the view button, so I was checking out my own scope. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, everybody back in. Everybody still here? Let me see. I saw Sister Phyllis. She's back. She's back. Okay. Hey, good morning. Good morning. First, it is Memorial Day weekend in the States. It's the day that we celebrate all of the servicemen and servicewomen from all branches of the military who have served and given their lives, have sacrificed their lives through hard work. And so I want to say first, thank you to all of our current soldiers, those who are serving, those who have served. We really appreciate all you do. We don't know everything you do, but we appreciate, the time you give away from your families, the hours you give in training and development. All of that is really meaningful to us, to me, my family, to our city and state. And so we say thank you. And then to all of the families who lost loved ones through acts of service. Our prayers are one with you this weekend, but we also want to say thank you for your selflessness and sharing each of them. So today we want to kind of start a new conversation on maxing out your potential. So for those of you who just kind of jumped onto the scope and I really never introduced myself, one of the things I really believe that I'm called to help maximize the potential of others. I believe that God will allow me to see, meet, or interact with a person, no matter who they are, whatever level they're participating in life, and really just help them become better at what they're already doing. So with that being said, I want to kind of start out and kick off this maximizing your potential series with the understanding that potential is not what you are doing. Potential is what you have capacity to do. It's not a new concept. There are many people who talk about potential. Many people talk about maxing out your potential. I study a lot of John Maxwell. More recently, I've been trying to catch up on Miles Monroe reading. And Miles Monroe, the late Miles Monroe, he actually writes a book entitled Maximizing Your Potential. And what he does in that book, in one section, and his section is on conquering comparison. And he tells this story. He tells the story of himself driving on the Autobahn. It's the first time he had driven on the Autobahn, and his host was with him. And of course, the Autobahn is a place where you can drive, as fast as your car allows. So he gets into the car, starts driving. He presses about 80, 85. And for him, he had done it before, even in the States, but it was moving kind of quick. And so his host looks at him and says, well, what are you afraid of? So he presses a little harder, and now he eclipses 90 miles per hour, reaches about 115. And Miles Monroe, he writes that at 115, he is flying down the Autobahn, passing every car that was in front of him. Zoom, zip past each of them. And at this place, he feels as if he has maximized his potential. Because for him, this is as fast as he had ever driven. This is as quick as he had ever moved. And compared to the cars he was passing, it was proof that, he was moving at a best speed for him. Here's the problem. After driving for about 20 minutes, a Mercedes on that Autobahn sped past him at 150 plus miles per hour. He laughed and looked over at his host. His host looked at him, smiled at him and says, you see, you weren't going as fast as you could. You were only going as fast as you willed. And I think that's our lesson today as we kind of look at that Monroe concept. Because when we talk about maximizing potential, we're not necessarily talking about, what you can do. We're talking about changing what you will do. Changing what you believe your capacity for achievement, your capacity for success, your capacity for maximized productivity can be. In the next few days, maybe even the next few weeks, what I want to present to you are 12 principles on prioritizing life in such a way that you increase your maximized potential. These are 12 principles that I live with, 12 principles that I teach in my coaching network for leadership coaches and business entrepreneurs, because I really believe that life, like driving on an Autobahn, is not about how fast you are going, but it's really about looking at the vehicle you have and asking, how fast can this vehicle get me? For some of you, it may mean changing your vehicle. It may mean connecting with new groups and new organizations, new people, so that the vehicle you're in actually gives you more mileage, or at least gives you increased speed. For others of you, it may be just having the courage to press the gas a little bit further. And in pressing the gas, it's going to push you to move further and move faster. The goal, of course, is not necessarily to achieve quick as much as it is to achieve with effectiveness and achieve with some sense of control. So what we'll do is we'll look at how to prioritize life. Now, it has to be true. What Miles Monroe talks about in his example is making sure that when you try to maximize your potential, you're not comparing yourself to the wrong barometer. See, initially he was comparing himself to the other cars that he was driving faster than. Finally, there came a car that was driving faster than him, and he found himself, kind of dealing with inadequacy. Was he not driving fast enough? Listen, when we talk about maximizing your potential and becoming all that you ought to be, it's not trying to figure out what you're doing or achieving different from or compared to others. It's really about seeing what you can do when you've done your best. And I want to help you do that. I want to help you reach your best. God wants you to reach your best. There are other people around you. Everyone around you is not trying to pull you down. There are many people that are really trying to lift you up and help you succeed. And together, the next few days, next couple of weeks, really want to engage processes of priority. Believe it that if you prioritize the right concepts, prioritize the right aspects of life in that moment, it will help you maximize your potential. Listen, today, find excellence. Remember, excellence is not compared to anyone else. Excellence is doing the best with what you have. And I believe that as you press the gas pedals of life, you will discover that there's still some speed left. You can go a little bit faster. You can get there a little bit quicker. You can achieve a little bit more as this week, next couple of days, we really seek to maximize your potential. I'm looking forward to this series. And again, it's Memorial Day. It's a holiday. Some of you are resting. Some of you had to go to work. Others of you are getting ready for family and friend time later on. Don't want to spend a lot of your time. But what I do want you to do is start thinking about what areas of life do you want to maximize. For some of you, as we talked in days past, it may be relationship. For others of you, it may be in business productivity. For some parent, it may be in really becoming not just a great parent, but really producing and rearing great children. For another person, it may be maximizing your ministry. You're now leading a ministry or pastoring in a ministry or considering launching out in a ministry. What we want to do is make sure that you get the most out of who you are and what's available to you. So this week, let's max out. Let's drive as fast as we can. Again, not to be there quick, but to be as much as God wants you to be. You guys have a great day. Have a great week as we launch out, and looking forward to more in-depth principles as we gather every morning, 8:30, to talk about maximizing your potential. Be blessed.